I'd had osteoarthritis since about 22. I was working in ambulance service, working on A&E. When I was 40, I lost my job with Yorkshire Ambulance Service when I had my first knee replacement. So I started working outside at Yorkshire Sculpture Park, which was a quite hilly terrain. I'm walking sometimes 10 mile a day. I needed further knee surgery eventually, and I had a total left knee replacement in 2021, and I contracted sepsis. Spent a week in Bradford Hospital. My head was all over the place. Got everything whirring through my head. Obviously, I got lots of medication in little paper pots, and I just picked this pot up one day and thought, right, I'm going to start drawing faces. And I made it into this little character called Bert. Bert sort of stopped me feeling as isolated, really. And then I went on holiday to Crete in 2022 and literally spent every day pretty much in the sea, which was just amazing. The last day before I was due to fly back, I slipped on some wet tiles and completely dislocated my knee replacement that I'd had done the year before. My leg just literally went like a banana and flopping around all over the place. So an ambulance came and took me to the local hospital. When they manipulated my knee back into place, they didn't give me any drugs whatsoever. I just literally screamed the place down and swore quite a lot. So I ended up with my leg being put into a back slab. When I did get back home, I was literally back in the same bed, in the same hospital where I'd been the previous year, with only more pain this time. So I'd literally hit rock bottom again. I think everything hit me from the accident because I was worried about work. Would I be able to work again? All the surgery that I'd gone through before, all the recovery, all the physio, I'd done such a good job at getting myself sorted. And then I literally felt like I was back to square one. The PTSD were all kicking in. And I got diagnosed with anxiety, which I never in a million years thought would happen to me. I started working at Waresborough Mill. Absolute perfect place to work. People were just great because a lot of them were locals that I knew. I had my knee replacement done and I'd got some annual leave to take. So that week I'd been in the garden at home and came into the kitchen and literally the same thing happened again. I slipped, dislocated my knee and my right shoulder. By now my leg was turning blue on my foot and I couldn't lift my foot towards me. So I knew it was far worse than the first time. And then I ended up getting taken to the Northern General. I got told that I would need limb-saving surgery, basically. So I had a femoral popliteal bypass, which restored circulation back to my foot. And then I got taken to a major trauma ward at the Northern General. I think it was a couple of days after I ended up being seen by physiotherapists, trauma therapists, vascular surgeons, orthopaedic surgeons, plastic surgeons, you name it, everyone came and they all seemed to come at once. But the most impactful person that came to see me was Claire from day one. And it wasn't until then that I realised how bad a situation I was in because I just broke down in tears and that just weren't me. I just couldn't believe what was happening and this is how much it had impacted me. Not just physically but mentally as well. So after 11 days, I finally managed to get home. I needed carers to come and look after me. I sort of had to accept that I really did need some help. I was on crutches. I'd got a foot brace on because I'd got foot drop. I was absolutely scared stiff of falling again. Felt rock bottom, really isolated. I felt useless basically because I had to really become so reliant on everybody. I just felt like I'd aged by about 40 years and that had a massive impact on me. I just couldn't believe how things had changed. I just felt like all my future basically had gone. I was completely exhausted as well, emotionally. Plus, on top of the pain, I was just getting completely worn down with it all because I was also having to get in touch with benefits people. Some of those gave me a real hard time as well. And I thought at one point during one call, I was going to actually have a breakdown because he was just so nasty towards me. I just kept feeling like I was going round and round in circles and there was no way of getting out of it. And I'd started feeling a bit unwell for a couple of days, really absolute banging headache and just feeling nauseous and just absolutely shattered and achy. And then they found out I'd got sepsis, but also I'd got bacteremia, which is another infection that caused the sepsis. So I was in hospital for another 9 days. Not only had I got sepsis really bad, they found out it had gone into my knee replacement. which needed to come out. So the orthopaedic surgeon came and he said, we can't do anything until we've got rid of this infection. So I had to wait 3 months for that. I was like susceptible to more infection and never knew if my knee was going to get done or not, or if I were going to lose my joint at all. In October 2024, I ended up in Royal Hallamshire to have that done. And the amount of theatre team that were there was quite big as well, you know, hooking you up to all sorts of different things that I'd never had before. I thought, this is not going to work and I'm not coming back, basically. So after 7.5 hours in theatre, I came round and I got taken into the ICU, where in intensive care for a couple of days. And I think, again, that's when I realised how big this operation was. But luckily, it all went well. A couple of months down the line, I was struggling at one point with the trauma therapy that I was having, because I couldn't really get the words out that I needed to. And it was sort of like suggested in a way that maybe it's easier to write it down. I started writing everything down on what were going off in my head. And I think that's when I realised how much was going off in there. And I think I just got on this creative flow. The drawing started to help a lot. Yeah, I think part of my old character started to come back through my drawing. So I ended up getting in touch with Day One. I was speaking to people that had experienced what I'd gone through. And it was just having someone to relate to that understood everything that I was going through. So I wanted to get a lot back into Day One. And through my artwork, I got asked to design their Christmas card, which were a real honour. And I've done fundraisers from some of my artwork that I've made, again, to give back to Day One. It's just brought that sparkle back. So I think through doing my artwork, I've realised that, you know, I'm not the person that I was before, because I've lost a lot of my identity, a lot of my confidence. But I guess that I've learned I've still got a lot of inner strength. The anger, the frustration, all the feelings that you get, it's like being in a washing machine, you're all over the place, but it is a normal reaction to that trauma, because it's easy to think what you can't do as to what you can do. So all that's gone into my drawings as well. And I think that's inspiring me to maybe even look at a different career or art therapy or something like that down the line. I think a lot of it, again, physical or mental, it is how you deal with stuff. And it can sometimes bring something better out of you. I just know that I'm in a lot better place than I were 4 years ago.